All right, so I had to wait. It's funny because one of the things that perps do is that when I'm walking, they'll do this. They'll take their hand and put it across their stomach, right, or their upper chest, what have you. I mean lower chest, right above the stomach. I guess that's some sort of hand signal, what have you. So I was doing this video and I just caught myself doing it too. Again, you see how they influence you, that you do things, uh, unconsciously, right? And this is why I explain the things that I do, because I want people to understand that, yeah, you can be manipulated into doing things unconsciously. You don't even know. You know, so as soon as I did that, I had to call it out, right? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I noticed that my son didn't call me because asking people to come pick him up. He said no, he's going to take the bus with his friends again. So I said okay, fine, what have you. So I'm looking at the time. It's going on 3 o'clock. I haven't heard from him. I mean, going on 4 o'clock. I haven't heard from him. I called him a couple of times. Phone there. I called his mom to ask him to call his phone, because sometimes when I call his phone, he doesn't hear it ringing. It actually his phone doesn't even ring sometimes when I'm calling his phone. I said check your call log, and he's like, no, there's no phone call from you. But again, that's they're manipulating you know uh, the network and the phones and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because basically they're trying to cause me to go into a panic. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I told my son certain things. I said, I told you about things that's happening around me, right? So I told you, I need to be very aware that if any adult approach you, that you don't talk to them. I said, I don't care if they just want to ask you a question, you don't talk to them. They shouldn't be approaching you. Period. Okay. When I called back, I was able to get into the phone, get him on the phone, and I was like, "Why didn't you call me?" He was like, "Because he had to go wait for a book from a teacher named Miss Watson, from one of the deans, Miss Watson." So I'm like, "Why is she having you wait for 20 minutes after school to get a book?" I said, "Did she know that she had to give you this book prior to you going there?" He was like, "Yeah, she told him to come and pick up the book." Right now, I understand educators, they got stuff to do, what have you, but if why are you letting a student wait for 20 minutes, particularly a student that young? Okay. So anyway, I was just like, asked him, I said, did she know you had to come get the book? He was like, yes. So but again, how they see, I ask people, our school system particularly, is so infiltrated and with these religious fanatics. They're teaching the Bible as history. This is what they're trying to do. Okay. So this is one of the things that they're trying to do, and what not trying to, but they have been doing. Okay. And for those of us who understand that they should not be teaching the Bible as history at school, because the Bible is not history. Okay. You can open that history. You can open up history books and they will give you dates, right? They will give you you know evidence of history, right? Now, whether they may change certain things, but for those you have scholars who go and they do historical research and look at historical documents, right? So they can lie on the history book and say, okay, but you can find out it's a lie just by digging deep and doing research outside of it, right? The Bible you can't. The Bible you can't even research. Well, you can't research outside of it because again, there is no date in the Bible. There's no dates in the Bible. Ask people, when did Jesus die? You know he died at what, 32 years old or 33 years old? Ask them what century was he born in. They can't tell you, right? Ask them when any of the other biblical characters in the Bible died. They can't tell you, right? The only person that you can find out is the so-called Pharaoh of the Bible, right? And again, the timeline don't even line up to the Bible has to what the Bible is trying to say. And again, and how we know this is because the Pharaoh mentioned in the Bible, okay, Ramses, and again there were many Ramses. So which Ramses are we talking about here? Okay, so we can see that certain things don't line up, even when biblical scholars try to say, "Oh, it's with this and that." No, the shit don't line up. So please, because our ancestors, our Kemetic ancestors, they wrote their history. They wrote their history. Okay. So anyway, So, I spoke to him until he got to the bus stop. I asked him, did he see his friend? He's like, yes. And then I said, okay, well then, I'll see when you get home. But they do this on purpose. They do this on purpose because they're trying to prove something. And like I said, with today with the whole Texas thing, license plate, which you guys are going to see, so they're trying to make it manipulate things to be like, because like I said, she doesn't want to take care of the kids, and she wants to send her kids to her family, whether it be to her brother or to her mother, and again trying to discredit me, right, and trying to get rid of me, trying to remove me, so she can do that. I understand how these people work and how they manipulate things, right? But like I said, I'm not going to let them get away with it because I've studied this program, and I understand exactly what it is that they're doing. And I will continue to speak out. You cannot bargain with me. You cannot try to bribe me. Okay? And I'm going to say these two words: fuck you, to the perps. So if you're thinking about trying to manipulate me into doing believing that you're going to stop talking to me, I know it's a lie. I don't believe your bullshit. You're liars. You are liars. And I don't believe it. Okay? So there you go. And you could say fuck me too. That's fine. We both gonna be saying fuck you to each other. So there you go. All right? You can roll with that.